Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 13 of this Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4. This is the Great War Mod, and we are playing as Germany, the army with the state. In the last episode, I believe that we finished up the war against France, even though Austria-Hungary managed to take southern France for some reason after they capitulated. Slightly annoying. I would have liked that area for myself, but it's not the end of the world. There is one other thing that I should mention before we do get going here properly. And that is, I am being forced to pre-record basically this entire series. I mean, truth be told, I was doing that anyway because I was really enjoying it, and I just got carried away, and I recorded about 6 episodes in a row. I don't usually do that. I try and do an episode a day, 2 days before it actually is published, to give myself a bit of time to edit it. But this is the first series that I've had major problems with YouTube itself. Basically, every single episode that I've done for this series has been flagged ineligible for monetization, which means I have not been making money from it. Now, I have been flagging each one, I've been appealing each time it's happened and winning the appeal, so they do eventually get monetized and I do start actually getting something from it, but my returns are really greatly reduced as a result of that, and that is kind of annoying because right now this is the most popular series, and I'd kind of like it to actually generate something for me. However, because, and this is kind of a lucky happenstance, because I had been pre-recording stuff, I realized that the algorithm which was flagging it ineligible was kind of catching it before it was actually published, giving me time to go to YouTube and say, hey guys, this is wrong. And even though I've been a little bit behind the curve, just because I was away over the weekend, I didn't really have time to be more proactive about it. I can actually appeal and hopefully get the thing monetized by the time it's actually published and by the time it is available for you guys. The other thing that this is resulting in is when a video is not monetized, it doesn't appear in your subscriptions. Now, I know that a lot of channels have been having problems with videos not appearing in subscriptions, in the subscription feed, and I kind of suspect that this might be part of the problem, and that was confirmed by Igel, because it wasn't appearing in his feed. Sorry to call you out on that, Igel, but you were kind of the one who made me think about this. So yes, I will be pre-recording basically this entire series, so if you are making suggestions to me and basically asking me to do stuff, to look at stuff, etc., and I haven't been doing it, that is the reason. I will get to it when I can, but I plan to be about 6, maybe 7 episodes ahead at any time, so yeah, there is that. Right, so let's jump in. Sorry about that rather long introduction. I just thought that you guys deserve to hear the reasoning behind it and why this series is being slightly different to some of the other ones that I do on this channel. Okay, I also need to kind of remember what the hell was going on, because I've totally forgotten. We seem to have a push going down here in Africa. I think they have just arrived. Yeah, this is Mr. von Prussen, who is pushing into the African holdings. I guess we have a very large garrison in France right now. Nope, they have literally got no orders. So I must have just won the war, and we are now sitting without anything to do. Oh, the USA joined. That's what happened. I knew I would forget that. The USA joined right at the end of the last episode. They're not actually in the war yet, but they are in the Allies, so we have that to look forward to. How many ships do they have? 185? 190? Compared to our... I think they're the only other naval power, yeah, 120. We're actually pretty strong. And we are currently fighting the British here and hopefully going to sink their carrier. But that is kind of opening up the UK to an assault of our own. And we are training Marines. We do have Marines here. They are rather low on equipment though. Okay, so we're very low on equipment. That's because we... Ah, yes, I remember. It's because we did like a 4-pronged assault on France, basically allowing us to hit them from loads of different angles and completely overwhelming them. So what I am thinking of doing is preparing a naval invasion of Britain. We can only send a naval assault of 10 troops at a time. And I know from the Germany stream, that hitting Britain up here in the north is generally a better plan than hitting them here in the south. So what I think I'm going to do is we're going to start a naval assault from here because it's a nice high level base. And we are going to attack. Do we want to go for Rosyth or do we want to go for Newcastle? I think we want to go for Rosyth. And then we're going to try and grab Glasgow and Edinburgh as quickly as we can. In fact, we can factor Edinburgh into that straight away. So we're landing in all three of these positions. We could actually go all the way down the coast and do a two-pronged assault like that. Yeah, I quite like that. And then we can only do this with 10 people at a time. So we're going to split you in half and deselect you. And then we'll assign you guys to that order. What's not a valid province? Oh, I'm going to assume it's that one, isn't it? Now can I? Not a valid province for the assault. Why? Alright, let's cancel all of those. Now can I? Nope, still not. Why is that not valid? Here. Those 10. Can't be done. Why? We don't have any other naval invasions in plan, do we? Nope. I'm going to assume that part of it is because we don't have superiority, which is true. Alright, we're going to lock that. Ah, it's because we hadn't locked it in. Haha! Okay, that was being stupid. Right, so let's cancel that plan and start again, now that we know what the hell's going on. From there, to Rosyth, to here, and Newcastle. Enter to lock it in, then we assign the 10 Marines. We now have 10 divisions assigned. We're also going to bring these guys over to the port so they can ship over as soon as we're able to attack. The next thing that we need to do is make sure that we have naval superiority up there. For that, we will need to wait until our navy has finished fighting, but I think that we're in a position to go after the Brits and do that, because I think most of their fleets will be elsewhere. Okay, good. How is our production? We are building loads of military stuff, which is entirely reasonable. The other thing that we do need, actually, is some suppression for our newly dominated territories. Do we have military police researched yet? We do not. However, we can and should start getting some cavalry. So we have this hussar unit. We actually have a couple of them in play right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the number of troops in here. Am I? Actually, we're going to cancel that, because are they in my fast units? They are. And where are you deployed right now? No, you're still up there. Okay, so we're going to make the fast units just the Strassenpanzerwagen, and then we're going to make the cavalry divisions smaller. I have a feeling that we just made them bigger, but we're going to make them smaller again, which will actually free up some equipment and stuff, so it's not the end of the world. And we're going to make those purely about suppression. So we're going to remove you, remove you, remove you, remove you, and we want to go down to combat width of 10. I'm not going to bother adding artillery, we can just do recon and engineering companies. Even that is probably overkill for what we want. This is fine. We'll leave you like that. We'll grab you guys, and we're just going to separate you out. So the fast division is going to be a lot smaller, and in fact we'll probably send the fast division down to Africa. I'm going to make you guys a garrison, and you are literally the garrison. Your job will be suppression in France, wherever it's required. I think that's basically going to be all of those areas. And in here we can go not you, not you, not you, not you, not you. We're just going to be lowering resistance. It's saying that we're going to need 15 units to do that. We currently have 9. Alright, so be it. And then we're just going to have a quick look at the resistance overview and see where things are bad. Nowhere. Short answer. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to grab the fast guys, and we are going to send you over to Africa. So let's have you guys double time down to here, and then we can send you off. Flanders front. You are just, yeah, you guys basically can just spread out and wait. Actually, no. We're going to send you to garrison north of France. And we're going to tell you to garrison, in particular, the ports. And we're going to do that for France North as well. And hopefully we don't suffer any major attrition problems. Then basically these two armies will be the backup for when we invade. We'll have you guys garrisoning here. New theatre. We're going to call this the UK Invasion Front. And we want to try and get this done before the USA joins in any significant number. So that they can't use the UK as a base to attack us. So we've got you guys in the UK invasion. We've got you in the UK invasion. We have you in the UK invasion. Right, who else? Euro 24, Africa, you're already busy. No, hang on. France South is doing that. France North is doing that. Italy front. Where's Prussia? Prussia front. Yeah, we definitely want you. We're actually going to assign the Prussia front up here. And have you come from Germany. And we could send some of the Italy troops down into Africa and start hitting that harder. You know what? I think we're going to do that. So East Front, I think we may... Do we not? No, we don't seem to have any troops on the East Front. Yeah, you guys should be over there, because I don't trust them. That's fine. Then... Flanders army I might send down to Africa. So we're going to call this Africa. And we're going to launch a proper attack in Africa. So everything in here, you're going to be Africa, you're going to be Africa. And then we're going to have you guys Gundel Africa, because I don't have a proper name for you. And then, oh great, Del Africa. Much easier. Right. So Africa Corps is already down here. You're currently assigned to just that. That's fine. Ottomans have already handled all of that. And we could actually launch an attack in Yemen. I think we're going to make you the Moroccan front. So you guys can assign to here. Double time it. And I want you basically to just to wrap along the top of the continent here and take that. Okay. And then Gundel. I don't really want to assign you to the Sahara, but I kind of have to. So your job is going to be to hold the Sahara. And we'll say that you are going to go for West Africa. Straight across the top. This is going to be horrifically expensive. Hopefully that automatically assigns. No, it doesn't. So we'll get half of you assigned to there. Okay, that is good. So that's you guys assigned. Africa has its troops. We have a boatload still in France. Yeah, you're going to be in Africa. Your job is going to be to join these guys basically and just go roaring down the Nile. Yeah. Basically to the same location. Oh, you're going all the way around there. Okay, interesting. Fair enough. I think that is everyone. Okay, so the USA has now joined the war. Not a problem. We are still killing the Portuguese fleet, but it's really not very significant here. Okay, that's our navy now available. We're going to tell you, search and destroy, all the way around the UK. Complete blockade. You're going to send me a new division. Thank you, Italy. Was I doing anything with those divisions? Oh, we have a couple free. Oh, the Boer Commandos. Where are you guys? Interesting. South Africa's in the war, right? Yeah, they are. Right, in that case, you guys are in Africa. You're going to have your own front. And we're going to assign... I don't think we need you doing this. Do we have anyone that's good in hot territory? No. So we're just going to sell Hellingrath here. Your orders are going to be that line. And your objective is going to be Pretoria. And then below this line here. And go. Because I can't see them really putting up any resistance. Ah, you're the same front. I see. Oh no, you're not. You're a different guy. Alright, in that case, your job is to line up with these guys down here. Your job is to just hold for now, as is yours. Okay, good. West Africa is in Africa. East Africa is also in Africa, and in fact you already have an order to push south towards South Africa. Garrison is colonial. You're... Oh, I see, you're just guarding that. Yep, okay. And then China is in China. Okay, that makes sense. So we're actually dedicating a lot of troops to Africa right now. But I don't think we're going to need more than this for the invasion of Britain. And then we have our one Italian unit, who is going to join the North German garrison with the other random Italian units. Okay, so are we still deploying troops? We're getting another 3 Marines because we do need to replenish our Marine supply, which is fine. Still more naval fights going on here. They don't even have a commander. It would be really nice if we could chase down that carrier. It doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime soon. We now need a whole bunch more wood, apparently. Go ahead and buy that from Austria, who's now got a lot more wood. And we should, yeah, have loads more space for military factories too. So we're going to make that a thing. And we're going to decrease the priority of all the repairs and things that are going on. Not as important. Plus they happen over time anyway without dedicating actual industry, while our industry is building this stuff up. Okay, cool. How are we doing technologically? Are we able to get any more heavy industry? 1922, not for another 5 years. Okay, so we are basically tapped out. How are we doing? We have got superiority all the way around there. I kind of suspect that we will be seeing more American troops beginning to arrive in Africa, because that's going to be the main theatre of operations that they hold against us. One thing that I do need to do, actually, is have you guys guarding our entire coastline. In fact, that's a pretty good job for you. Except up there. And then your job... Oh, barely needs any troops for that. Oh, you're doing that already. And do you have enough troops for it? 30. You have 37. Okay, you don't even need to do that. Apparently, we've already foreseen that requirement. Alright, so what the hell did we just research? I have no idea. We are still doing that. We have... we could go for tactical bombers. We're already pretty ahead in Navy. But even more organisation in capital ship armour, sure. Why not? Considering we are doing quite a lot of naval warfare, I would kind of suspect that is, in fact, what we were after. What recruitment level? We're still at limited. Nice. That's not going too badly at all. No American ships have arrived yet. What ships are we building? Oh, and you guys have just been assigned, so that's why our arms production is so low. That makes sense. Lots of destroyers and also a couple of cruisers. I have no idea what kind of cruiser you are. Protected cruisers are light by the look of things. Fair enough. Alright, let's speed things up a bit and get things on the road. Okay, this is not a very big fight. I thought there was going to be more. No, we are just really struggling to catch anything. But we're seeing lots of nice German ships in the ocean at least, which is pretty cool. So how long until this is ready? Long time still. Not a problem. And we should be seeing lots and lots of troops swarming through this region. Yes, we are. And Austria, Hungary, and Italy are both kind of sitting on their laurels, though there is an invasion coming over here. I'm totally okay with them sitting on their laurels. Except I kind of wish that you weren't abandoning Africa. Yeah, Austria is leaving and I'm entering. Oh well, so be it. You guys should be arriving pretty soon. How are we doing in terms of armoured cars? We are very low. We just generally have something of a deficit in terms of what we're producing. I need 7,000 supply. Support even. 5,000, that's... Man, these are big numbers. Apparently that attack on France was kind of expensive. Who would have thought it? Okay, you guys are actually attacking. You guys are still arriving. You're still arriving. You could start putting a bit of pressure on. Please do. Oh, and there's other people leaving. Alright. Looks like they're actually doing a fairly good job at containing us over there. What is this? Oh, you're in the UK invasion for some reason. You shouldn't be. I think I might stop them. Is this where we haven't got tanks yet? Yes, we are still researching them. We could get the next armoured car. Except I think that our tank divisions were literally going to be tanks, but tanks are super slow in this era. So what I'm thinking is I'm actually going to start researching you. And then the other one was medicine. That is ahead of time. We could get better recon. We could get more resource gain, which is always nice. Or construction speed. We'll take the construction speed. And apparently our air force is maximum development as well. Or maximum experience. Are we at all close to getting new planes? Yes. Are actually 6 months. We'll be wasting a bit. We could upgrade the Zeppelin, so actually the Zeppelins would also be due for an upgrade. We'll spend a little bit on a new aeroplane upgrade. Are we actually fighting in the air at all? Yes, actually we are. Big air battles actually. Interesting. Do we have... We do in fact have a couple of aeroplanes that we could be using. So let's add 100 more to that list. Put you guys in the sky. And we're going to put you on air superiority, I think. Because that's mostly active fighters. And then you lot can come over here and start bombing England. They have no planes at all on duty here. And you are easily in range. What about you? Can we rebase you so that you're in better positions? Looks like it. Okay, cool. Another big fight going on, but I don't think we're catching their ships very quickly at all. No, they keep on backing off and getting away. Damn them. Aeroplanes, that's what we were going to upgrade. So I think we will upgrade those, if I can remember how. You. Fokker Eindecker? No, it's these. Oh, they haven't been upgraded at all. Interesting. In that case, let's get a little bit more engine. We'll spend 100 points, because we seem to be doing quite a lot of fighting. And then we'll start building those. You the only one? You are. We need 500. Ah, that's fine. And we could also do with better variants of armies, but we know that we get tons of army experience, so I'm less concerned about that. 17 battle cruisers, 42 battleships. South Africa has capitulated. Wilhelm II has announced the cowardly South African nation could no longer withstand the pressure from the overwhelming presence of German forces throughout the country. The South African government chose to flee the country and has gone into exile. And we have got dreadnought effort, apparently. Cool. What does patriotic fervour give us? That gives us more political power. We still haven't consolidated. Oh, we haven't got these yet. I didn't even realise we could. It's only the fascist coup that we couldn't get. So division training time and recruitable population wouldn't actually be a bad shout. There's no real reason not to get that. Agincourt, that gives us a little bit more manpower and gives the Ottomans quite a lot. Zeppelin campaign. You know what? We are actually launching an attack on the Brits. Although this makes the ahead of time penalty reduced. Or it's just a 50% on the next one. I think we may already have. Oh no, we don't. So we could get Zeppelin campaign and then immediately start researching the better Zeppelin. You know what? I like that plan. Let's do that. And then hopefully we can come up with some kind of shenanigan idea to station Zeppelins to hit America. Maybe even try and get Bermuda or Newfoundland or something. Something crazy like that anyway. How is the air battle here going? It is going dreadfully. We are shooting more of them down than they are of us, though. That is important. We need more steel. We need more of everything. Steel from Austria. Wood and a bit of oil. Wood from Austria. Okay. How is the Marines doing? Still a long way away. Oh no. More than halfway. Oh, there goes the Zeppelins for the bombing raid again. I do kind of like how everything looks on this top map, especially the Zeppelins. I mean, they're big. You can notice them. Wilhelm II challenges Luxembourg pretensions. Oh, was I preparing for a war against Luxembourg? Interesting. Well, I should probably actually put an army in place for that then. Let's have you guys forming up here with the objective of coming into there. Go. 24 divisions of Germany's best. Speaking of Germany's best, you guys didn't get that much experience. A little bit disappointed. I thought we'd be overcoming our deficits a little bit better than we actually are. Unfortunately, we're not. Right, how are you guys doing? You are starting to build up prep. You guys aren't, but I think... Yeah, you shouldn't be... Oh, wait, yeah, you guys are actually attacking. You lot... Screw it, let's just put pressure on. Because I have a feeling that the enemy is kind of scrambling right now. Although American units are beginning to arrive. And I would very much like to take this part of Morocco. I feel horribly like they could just cut through here and then do a lot of damage to us. Tank prototype! Well, the idea of an armoured artillery carrying vehicle is nothing new. A design capable of doing so would be. Constructing a basic tank prototype will likely not lead to any direct results on the battlefield, but a further, more conventional design could easily come out of such a design. The development of a tank prototype is an essential prerequisite for the development of conventional tanks. This technology must be researched before you can research advanced tanks. Ooh, we don't even have poison gas. That gives you loads of breakthrough. What was I doing my research in this? Blimey. Well, I have learnt quite a lot since I started this series, I guess. I think we'll start with the A7V, although how quick are light tanks? Light tanks move at 5 kilometers an hour compared to you who are at 9. Yeah, we'll keep you for the quick. You're designed to keep up with cavalry. Nah. Heavy tanks all the way. We'll start researching you. You're a 1916 technology, and we could in fact start going for the Oberschließen until at least 28 when we get the Gross tractor. Interesting. Okay. Still need a bit more oil, but that can wait. We are suffering a lot of attrition down here. I thought we might be. We did send a ridiculous number of troops. Actually, the infrastructure demands aren't that bad. Once we spread out a bit more. You know what? Hold your assaults, all of you. And then we'll probably just do a massive push. And in fact, you guys can now all be under him. And let's just delete this whole thing. Okay, so your job is complicated now, considering how big this is. Who is that? Oh, that's you, isn't it? Let's get rid of that. Edit mode. Move all of this up to here. We are at war with Portugal. We kind of want to make this into a line. So your job is going to be this. And yes, you may go. We don't want to be losing South Africa to them now that we've actually taken South Africa. That would be bad. You guys aren't having that much luck. Hate this attrition. This attrition is probably what's costing us so heavily. So we are now making a surplus in various areas, which is good. How are you doing? 11 days, but that is going to have to be the end of this episode, I'm afraid. So, thank you very much for watching. If you are enjoying this series, then please do hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, please do consider subscribing. And if you have any tips or advice for me, let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.